Hello students, I am Devina Bhomik from Techno India Group Public School and today we will discuss about the chapter Triangle. The topic for today is solution of exercise 6.2 of this chapter Triangle of NCERT book. In this video, we will discuss about the solution of question number 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So, let us start with question number 4. This is question number 4. Look at the figure. In this figure, DE is parallel to AC given. Okay, this DE, this single dot DE is parallel to AC, and DF, this double line, is parallel to AE. Okay. Now you have to prove that BF by FE, BF by FE is equals to BE by EC. BE means this one, BE by EC. Okay. So you have to prove that BF by FE is equals to BE by EC. So let's check the solution of this problem. Okay, here is the solution. Suppose first of all I am drawing only this line DE. I am not constructing the line AE. Okay. So first of all I am drawing the line DE. Now as you can see in the given condition, DE is parallel to AC. Okay. So in ABC triangle, DE is parallel to AC. So by using BPT theorem or basic proportional theorem, you can say that BD by DA is equals to BE by EC. Okay, that's why here written BD by DA is equals to DE by EC. This one is equation number 1. Now if you look at this figure, okay, here given that DF is parallel to AE. Okay, this DF is parallel to AE. I am not considering this DE line. Okay, DE line is there, but I am ignoring that one. Okay, suppose DE line is not there. Suppose here is DE. Okay, I am considering for the second figure that DE is not here. Okay, now since DF is parallel to AE, from the triangle ABE, you can say that DF is parallel to AE implies that this BD by AE, BD by DA is equals to BF by FE. Okay, so let me explain it again. Okay, if you look at the second figure for triangle A, B and E, if you take this triangle, this is parallel to this one. Okay, so you can say that BD by AD is equals to BF by FE. Okay, which is given as equation number 2. Now if you combine equation number 1 and 2, as you can see here, the right hand side of the both equation are equal, right? So you can say that BE by EC is equals to BF by FE. That's why BF by FE is equals to BE by EC. Okay, in this way you have to solve question number 4. Okay, now question number 5. Let us check the question. Here given that DE is parallel to OQ, this line is DE is parallel to OQ, okay, and DF is parallel to OR. Okay, you have to prove that EF means this line, EF is parallel to QR. Okay, so let us check the solution. Here is the solution. Okay, here is the solution. If you look at the first figure, okay, if you look at 1 minute, this is question number 6. If you look at the first figure, as you can see in first figure, I have not drawn DF. Okay, I have not drawn DF and EF. This is the complete figure, right? This is the actual figure. So I am considering, or I am erasing this DF and EF for the first figure. As you can see, this one is DE is parallel to OQ. This is given in the condition. So given that in triangle POQ, DE is parallel to OQ. Okay, so by BPT theorem for this triangle, you can say that PE by EQ is equals to PD by DO. Okay, done. Again, if you take this triangle POR, if you take this triangle, again this DF is parallel to this OR. Okay, this is also given in the condition. So you can say that PD by PD by DO, that means this one by this one, is equals to PF by FR, which is given as equation number 2. Okay, which is given as equation number 2. Now if you look at equation number 1 and equation number 2, again the right hand side of both equations are equal. Okay, so you can say that PE by EQ is equals to PF by FR. Okay, so if you look at the third figure, from the ratio you can say that PE by EQ is equals to PF by FR. Okay, so by converse BPT theorem, you can say that if by converse BPT theorem you can say that since PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR, since the ratio of the sides are equal, so by converse BPT theorem, EF is parallel to QR. Okay, so in the triangle PQR, PE by EQ is equals to PF by FR. So therefore, by converse BPT theorem, PF is parallel with OR. Okay, in this way you have to solve question number 5. Now let us check question number 6. Okay, question number 6. In triangle PQR, ABC are the point on OP, OQ, OR respectively, such that AB is parallel to PQ. This AB is parallel to this PQ. AC is parallel to PR. This AC is parallel to this PR. Show that BC is parallel to QR. You have to show this BC is parallel to this QR. Okay, so here is the solution of question number 6. Okay, if you look at the first figure, okay, in the first figure I have not considered the line AC and BC. Okay, I have only considered the line AB. Okay, I have only joined the point A and B. As you can see from the given condition, AB is parallel to PQ given. So if you consider the triangle POQ, you can say that since AB is parallel to PQ, that's why OA by AP is equals to OB by PQ. That's why I am getting the first equation, OA by AB is equals to OB by PQ. Now check the second figure. In this figure, I am considering only the line AC. I am not considering AB and BC. Okay, again it is given that HC is parallel to PR. Okay, so if you take the triangle OPR or POR, AC is parallel to PR. So by using BPT theorem, you can say that OP by AP is equals to OR by CR, and mark this one as equation number 2. Now if you combine equation number 1 and 2, you can say that the left hand side of the both equation are equal. So OB by BQ will be equal with OC by CR. That's why OB by BQ is equals to OC by CR. Now check the third equation. In the triangle OQR, you will take this lower triangle OQ and R, and from the equation this one, you can say that OB by PQ is equals to OC by CR. That means the ratio of the sides are equal. So, by using converse BPT theorem, you can say that BC is parallel to QR. Okay. In this way, you have to solve question number 6. It is clear how BC is parallel to QR. Okay, so let us check question number 7. Question number 7 is using theorem 6.1. Prove that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. This is midpoint theorem, which we have studied in class 9. Okay. Now you have to prove that midpoint theorem by using BPT theorem, which is theorem 6.1. Okay. You have to prove midpoint theorem, which you have studied in class 9 by BPT theorem. So let's check the solution. Okay, look at the first statement and the figure. Let PQ is a line through the midpoint of AB and parallel to BC intersect AC at Q. Okay, so what is given? Given that P is the midpoint of AP, and through this P point you are constructing a line PQ, which is also parallel to BC. Okay, and PQ intersect AC at the point Q. Okay, at the point Q. That means the condition is P is the midpoint of AB and PQ is parallel to BC. Okay. Now you have to prove that Q is the midpoint of AC. Okay. You have to prove that Q is the midpoint of AC. Now in triangle ABC, okay, according to the BPT theorem, why I am using BPT theorem? Because PQ is already parallel to BC is given, right, by the statement of midpoint theorem. Since they are parallel to each other, so by using BPT theorem, you can say that AP by PB is equals to AQ by QC. Okay, AP by PB is equals to AQ by QC. Now P is the midpoint. That means the measurement of this part and the measurement of this part is equal. That's why AP by PB is equal to 1. Why? Because AP is equal to PB, P is the midpoint. That means AQ by QC is equal to 1. So, if you do the cross multiplication, you will get AQ is equals to QC. That means this portion is equal to this portion. Okay, the measurement of AQ and the measurement of QC are same. When it is possible, when Q is the midpoint. That's why Q is the midpoint of AC. In this way, you can prove midpoint theorem by using basic proportional theorem. Okay, so this one is a very easy one. So this is all for today. I have discussed the solution of question number 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is all for today. Thank you.